Hey guys, how's it going? It is Mr. Crayfish and welcome back to Vehicle Wednesdays, or should it be known as Vehicle Thursdays now, because that's what I seem to be uploading these now. But this week, again, we are not revealing a vehicle. No. Today, this week, we are revealing the brand new fuel system, or well, the kind of work in progress. What I'm going to be showing you guys today is just a little portion of what the fuel system is going to be, and over the next coming weeks there's going to be more updates to it, and eventually a proper fuel system where you can actually create the fuel and actually put it into your vehicle. So when survival mode support comes to the vehicle mod, you'll be able to drive the vehicles. Alrighty, so instead of heading to Cray Industries, we are actually going to be heading to Cray Gas. And you heard me right, Cray Gas actually has gas now, my dudes. It has gas, so we can refill up our vehicles. Here we are, Cray Gas, my favorite gas station in the entire world. Have a look at this. They've got some vehicles at the front here. These vehicles actually need to be refueled. Let's go over here and we need to purchase some jerry cans and fill up those vehicles at the front there. Alvin, how you doing? Can I get some jerry cans? Free? I mean, I was gonna pay you, but you know, it's complimentary gas. Okay. Now that they've got gas, they're giving out complimentary gas here. That's very nice of them. So, how this fuel system works is very, very easy. Now, before we do start, I want to quickly just tell you about something. So, when you're actually in creative mode, it will ignore the gas. So, if I was to hop on this ATV here, we can actually drive around. Now, you might actually notice at the top left of my screen, we have the blocks per second, but under it, we have the fuel. And as you can see, it is 0 out of 20. So this is actually empty, but however, because we're in creative mode, we can still actually drive this around. I wanted to keep that a feature of creative mode, but if we were to actually switch to survival, and even while on the vehicle here, the vehicle is not going to, oh well, that's a little bit of a glitch. That is not supposed to spin. Just ignore that for now, but as you can see, we can't actually drive the vehicle at all, and that is because we need to put fuel in this thing. So all these vehicles are empty, they're dead empty, so we cannot drive any of these right now. So what we're going to do is head over here. Let's grab out some of the complimentary fuel that Alvin has decided to give us. So some jerry cans here. Let's grab out some of those. Let's grab 3 out. Now, all these jerry cans here can hold up to 10 buckets of fuelium. So, fuelium is going to be what the fuel in the vehicle mod is called. I wanted to do something that is made up. Now, I should have noted at the start of this video today that this is going to be a little bit more of a technical video than it usually is, because usually I just reveal the vehicle and then we do something fun with it. However, today it's getting a little bit more techie, because this is where survival mode is going. Well, this is what survival mode is going to be in the future for my vehicle mod. You're going to need to actually create fuel to drive the vehicles. So let's go ahead, let's refuel these, and how you actually do it is very simple. All you have to do is simply go up to the vehicle, hold right click, and it will start playing a little animation of it putting fuel into the vehicle. You'll see that if you hover over here, there is actually 75% fuel left in this jerry can here. If we were to hop onto the ATV, you can see that we've put in 2.5 buckets roughly of fuel. Let's keep going and fill this one up completely. There we go, we've filled this up, and it should have about 10 buckets of fuel now inside of the vehicle. So we can actually drive this around now. So as you can see, we're in survival mode, but the engine is actually running, so we can start driving this and drive this all around our town. Now, I am actually still doing testing on, you know, what is actually a good fuel consumption rate, because right now it's quite low, but it might need to actually be even lower. So what I'm going to do is continue driving around here and see how much fuel we actually use until we get back to Cray gas. Alrighty, so we're back here now, and we used about, well, we put 10 liters in, we used about 9/10 of a bucket. So that was, I mean, it's kind of a lot. We might change it in the future. I might change it soon to use a little bit less, because I am still trying to figure out, you know, what's an even balance, and I think that's only going to be discovered once we do. Why is there an ATV here? I didn't put that there. Now, something that will affect fuel consumption is the type of engine. So the worse engine that it actually is, the more fuel consumption it will have. So right now, all these vehicles here actually have a wooden engine, but if we were to upgrade it to a diamond engine, the fuel efficiency is going to be a little bit better. So we might actually do that right now. I think I've got a command saved here. Yes, we do. So let's upgrade that to a diamond engine. How much fuel we got in? We got 9.1 buckets. So let's go ahead. Let's drive around the... I don't think I actually upgraded that. Hold up. Let me go ahead. There we go. I think that's right now. Alright. So starting off with 9 buckets of fuel. We'll drive back to the... Did that upgrade? That's definitely not going faster. Alright. This is upgraded now. Alright. So there we go. We started at 2.7. Let's see how long, see how much fuel it uses to actually go around the map here. Alrighty, so to get around the map, we only used 7/10 of a bucket of fuelium to get around there, compared to the wooden engine, which actually used 9/10. So having a better engine will actually give you better fuel economy. So this is still a work in progress. Once I do get the fuel system out properly and survival mode works with the vehicle mod, that's when we can actually do some tweaking to it, because it's kind of hard to get an understanding of what's a good fuel economy if we don't have anybody playing around with survival mode. So once survival mode's out, that's when we can actually start tweaking some values and then pushing out an update. So that's going good so far. Let's go ahead, let's fill up the mini bike here. So again, simply just right click with the jerry can onto this, and you'll be able to add fuel into it. Alrighty, so we got some fuel in it. Now I want to mention this, that different vehicles will be able to hold different amounts of fuel. So for instance, kind of land vehicles can hold up to, I think, maybe like 20 liters is the maximum that I've put on a land vehicle. But the mini bike, for instance, can hold up to 15 liters. The go-kart can only hold up to 10 liters, I think, or 15 or something like that. We can actually go ahead and I'll show you guys what the sports plane can actually hold, because the sports plane, obviously it's a plane, it needs to hold a lot of fuel. It's supposed to be able to travel long distances. So let's go ahead, let's say summon a sports plane here, and you can see that this thing takes 75 buckets of fuel. This really does take a long time to fill up. But let's go ahead, let's grab some out here, and let's start filling this sports plane up, because I mean, if this was survival mode and you had to fill this up with fuel, it's honestly worth it. It's a sports plane. Who doesn't want a plane in survival mode? So let's keep filling this up. It takes 7 jerry cans, but I will have a bigger jerry can in the future, and also there will actually be fuel pumps as well, so you'll be able to fill up your vehicles at a fuel pump rather than using a jerry can, and it will be automatic as well. I should mention automatic fueling of your vehicles. It takes a decent amount of time to fill this up with a jerry can, and that is because it is a jerry can. It's not supposed to be filled super quickly with it. But if you hop into the plane here, I've put in 40 liters of fuel into this thing. 40 liters of fuel. Let's go ahead, let's start flying this thing around, and the fuel efficiency on this thing's not too bad. It does use the fuel up quite quickly, but that's because it's kind of a plane. But I might change it around so it's a little bit less, I feel. But this thing is still amazing. This fuel system is definitely going to be really cool in the future. This is, again, just kind of a bit of a show-off video. This update is still available though, so if you want to play around with it, you can do. Kathmandu can do. Catman, I don't know. And again, this update is a little bit more of a work in progress rather than a proper update, just because this fuel system does need a lot of thought going into it, same as the crafting system, and that's kind of why the crafting system isn't out, because it's not going to be using normal traditional crafting. I'm actually going to be doing something that's immersive, something that's really epic, and is going to catch the eyes of a lot of players, and also like mod pack developers and that type of stuff. So big updates coming to the vehicle mod real soon, my dudes. Hopefully, I know so many of you guys are wanting survival mode with this, and I do promise that it is going to be coming. But that pretty much covers today's video. I know there's not really a lot to show off in this update, and that's because it's the fuel system. It's not the super most exciting thing, but it's something that's important to the vehicle mod and the future of it, especially once survival mode support comes out. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys remember to snap that like button. Also subscribe, turn on your bell notifications to get notified every time there's a Vehicle Wednesday or Vehicle Thursday. And as well, this update is available, so you can download it right now. Link in the description below. Yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching the video. Peace out, my dudes.